Peace YouTube family, I'm Natasha of Lit Life Naturals, owner and operator of Nature365.com. I actually just wanted to come on. I haven't done my intro video yet to my channel, but since I'm in the middle of a juice fast, I just wanted to share my experiences right now. This isn't my first extensive juice fast. This is actually my second extensive one, but I'll tell you about my first one in a little bit. But yeah, so I just wanted to briefly talk about my current fast, and I made notes, so that's why you'll see me peeking over here. Alright, so yeah, I know you clicked on this video because you kind of already have an idea what fasting is, and there's different kinds of fast. I'm on a juice/water fast, but there's just like the straight juice fast where you just drink juices. There's the water fast where you just drink water. There is the dry fast where you have nothing. So there's different kinds of fast that people do. And fasting is just abstaining from food. You just are not consuming any solid food. So how long has fasting existed? Probably since the beginning of human existence. Some of our culture's ancestors, the hunter-gatherers, went through moments of famine or periods of famine, and they wouldn't eat until they had their next meal. So fasting is kind of already set in there. Why do people fast now? People generally fast now for religious reasons or for health reasons. Religious aspect, it brings them closer to God. It opens you up for more information because you're not using your vessel, your body to take in the information from the world. So when you're fasting, it kind of stops all of that, and you can take in more information from the source. So another reason why people fast now is for health reasons. So they want to detox, they want to cleanse, and this is a excellent way to detox, cleanse, and all that. So that's why people fast now. How did I find out about fasting? Well, back in 2014, and I'm still very much into documentaries, but I was like really totally into all kinds of documentaries, and I just happened to slip up on one on Netflix, and it was called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and it was about a guy named Joe Cross, and it basically showed his journey of getting rid of his autoimmune disease and everything, while he was juice fasting for 60 days. He lost all this weight. It was this major thing. It was an excellent documentary. It's still on Netflix now. I'll attach it in the description box below. But yeah, and it also, he had met a guy over the road too, and he got him to do the fast, and this guy was like a truck driver, 310 pounds. He lost all this weight in 60 days. It was incredible. It was just incredible. So that sparked my interest, and then I stumbled upon another one called The Gershon Miracle about Dr. Max Gershon, and he's like kind of the main one who's mainstreamed juice fasting, and he was using juicing as a therapy to cure, and I know people don't like to use that word, but he was curing cancers, and he was curing and healing people of all kinds of diseases. And his daughter still runs the institute in Mexico because, of course, America doesn't approve of natural healing. So yeah, so those two documentaries are what locked me in. They were the first leaf of the branch of the tree of knowledge of health and wellness for me. So that's how I found out about fasting. Now, let's see. So after that, I started doing like major research. I was reading everything, I was watching everything, and there were a couple of favorite channels that I had on YouTube. One was called Raw Life. She was awesome. I watched all of her juicing videos. And there was another woman, her channel is called My Invisible Chrysalis. She still makes videos. Raw Life doesn't. I don't think she hasn't made anything in like 2 years. But My Invisible Chrysalis, I watched every single juicing video she made. She was incredible. So yeah, that had me locked in as well. Like, all right, I'm gonna do this. So that's why my first major juice fast was in 2014. But again, we'll get to that. So why am I fasting right now? We already talked about why people fast, but why I'm fasting right now. Of course, it's to detox, to purge, to cleanse, because a lot of times, well, all the time, when we eat, and I do food combining that I'm not supposed to eat. So I am a vegan, but I do eat things that are not supposed to be eaten together. Like most people don't know that. Don't even know what food combining is. But yeah, so your colon gets backed up and you don't even have enough time to expel all of it because you eat again and then you eat again and then you eat again. And your colon and your digestive system is like, what's up? Like, can I get a little rest? Yes, you can get rest with a juice fast or fasting. So that's one of the main reasons. Another reason for me, even though I'm not religious, I'm very spiritual, and it helps you reconnect to the source, the highest creator, God, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call that energy, um, because you're taking time to do other things other than eating. So during those periods when I would be eating, now I meditate more. I already meditate, but meditate more. Um, like on my lunch break, I'm not eating lunch. I can drink my juice whenever. So on my lunch, I take a mile walk. Usually 1.2 miles is what I can accomplish in 30 minutes. During my breaks, I'm meditating or doing the same thing. It really helps you reconnect. Um, and so it allows me to exercise more, meditate more, all these different activities that are kind of, I still do, but you just get extra time to do it now because you're not taking the time to prepare food, eat food, any of that. So, and it helps me. Another reason why I'm fasting is it helps me clear my mind, clear the fog, give me clarity on things when I'm overthinking. So somehow, some way, I guess while you're cleansing your physical body, you're also cleansing your spiritual body, you're cleansing your mind, because we do have parasites and things like that that are getting cleared out as you're fasting. So those parasites have brains too that attach to your thoughts and all this stuff. So it really helps clear the fog, give me clarity, excuse me, and everything. um let's see. Then of course, to release excess weight. And I don't say lose weight because lose indicates something is getting lost or I'm going to retrieve it, it's going to come back. I don't want it to come back. I want to release it and bury it somewhere other than here. So, so of course, that's one of the. It's not the main reason, but it's like a bonus, to be able to release excess weight while you're fasting, um, because I had baby number 3 recently, and so my weight is always, and I had gained an additional 50 pounds that I just want to kind of hit real hard with the fast. So I'm not hyper focused on it, but it is a bonus to be able to release the excess weight. Um, my goal, my goal weight is um, 180, 190 for me. That by no means is no standard. It's not a BMI related thing or anything like that, because for my height, I'm 5'6.5". I think I'm supposed to be 130 something, and I would never want to be 130 something. And I'm not knocking anyone that does. That's your journey. Mine is to still be healthy, feel healthy. That I know that that size is what fits me and what I like to be, and that's still healthy for me. So like I said, I'm not knocking anyone who wants to, but the BMI standard is not based on the general body or anybody's body specifically. Like, I don't know where they came up with that standard from, because it's not most people's bodies. But another main reason why I'm juice fasting is because it's just healing. It's healing. If you have an illness, if you have a sickness, if you have anything going on, it has the ability to heal you. It just depends on how you do it, how long you're doing it. It's just a great healing tool. So now I'll talk about um, my first extensive fast. So, I watched those documentaries and started all that research and stuff in 2014. So I did my first extensive juice fast in 2014, and it was for 30 days. And I I don't feel like I really excelled. Like, I lost the weight, I lost some weight on it, but I gained it right back, and I gained a little bit more, I believe. Um, so I think that's because, well, there might be a few reasons, but this isn't really why, but I know I had more juice than I was including water. You should always have water with the fast, with the juice fast. I don't recommend just doing it with just juice. You should still have water to clean things out. Um, but I think I feel like I failed because I was so hyper focused on the weight loss part, weight loss, instead of releasing the weight and changing some habits. So I gained it right back. Um, and let's see. And I would like, sometimes I would have avocado smoothies at night. So when I got tired of the sweet or just having juice and water, I would like mash an avocado and then juice an onion, a bell pepper, tomato, and literally add the juice to the avocado and then put salt and pepper in there, and it would make it like almost like guacamole, but it gave me something savory to have. Um, but I think it was pretty fattening to have avocado like every other night. I don't know. Avocados are great. I love avocados, and it's a healthy fat. But yeah, I kind of went a little overboard. I would have like 2 avocados mashed in there with the juice, and yeah, it was, yeah. So, but I still don't feel like that was really why. I really feel like I lost the weight and gained it back because I was so super hyper focused on the weight loss. So um, I had lost the 24 pounds by the end of September 2014, and I had gained it all back and then some by the end of November 2014. And I saw a picture of myself with my god sister, and I was like appalled, like, wow. So that really, I was bigger than I'd ever been. So that really sparked my interest in fitness because while I was doing the fast, I wasn't working out. I had never really worked out. So that's when my interest was sparked in working out. And when I make my actual intro video, I'll talk about all of that in more detail, like my weight bouncing up and down, from each child and this and that. Like, yeah. So at that point, I had started working out like every other day, if not every day, after that, because I just was like, so like, I look really, really, really huge. So, and I felt really huge. So, but since then, so that was my only other extensive fast, was the one in 2014. And I feel like it was the only one because I was just so hyper focused on the weight loss. Just, that's all I could think about was, I gotta lose the weight, I gotta lose the weight, I gotta lose the weight. Um, so yeah, I lost it and then I found it again. So that's why I don't use, like, words carry power. So I don't say lost. I say weight release. We want to release the weight. All right. So let's talk about my current fast. Yay. So I'm on day 9 of 21 and I feel amazing. I feel really energized. Um, and like I said, I'm already a vegan, but what I was going to do after the 21 days is go raw vegan for 9 days. So that makes a total of 30. And then move myself into whole plant-based vegan, which I already am, probably like 75, percent. And then the rest is like some ratchet foods. Sometimes like I'll fry cauliflower or have a veggie burger, a frozen veggie burger or something like that on the days when I don't feel like cooking for myself, or I am cooking something elaborate for my family because I'm the only vegan in the house. So usually when I make a huge dinner for them and I don't feel like making a huge dinner for myself, then I'll have something that's processed. So, but this time around, I'm going to, after the raw portion, the raw week, I'm going to be about 95% um, whole plant based versus, but I'm still going to have things here and there. But it's just, a fast also teach you how to be more mindful. So, let's see. One of the things about me as a juicer is I love variety. I know some people can have tons of mono juice. I call it mono juices, are like one single vegetable or one or two vegetables or a vegetable and a fruit. And I do that too. But like I can't have that every day. I just can't. Um, my first 3 days on this fast, so day 1 through 3 were mostly water actually. So like I made like a kale, apple, cucumber juice that was only like 8 ounces, but then I would pour that into a gallon of water. And that would be what I drank for the day on top of regular water. So that was the first 3 days. Um, and it was more like master cleanse recipe ish. So it was like lemon, water, maybe like one apple and one other vegetable, and then the rest would be water and the cayenne. So that was the first 3 days. But after that, I was like, yeah, I'm into my stuff, like my different recipes that I like to make. And I will include like the 2 juices that I had today. I'll put those in the description box, just 2 quick recipes. Um, so yeah, so I love variety. I like vegetable juices, I like fruit juices, I like mono juices. Like I'll just make a celery juice and just have celery juice for one juice. So like generally I drink between 50 and 100 ounces of juice a day. That's not including my water, that's just the juice. So I'll have that, and I might make 2 or 3 juices out of that amount that I'm drinking. So like one juice will be celery and lemon, and then another juice will be something else, and those will be my juices for the day. Because I like variety, I'm extra in that sense. Let's see. Another thing that's different about me is while I'm fasting, I like what I call dinner juices. And a dinner juice kind of, because I get tired of the sweet and the cold of juices. So I will make a vegetable juice, all vegetable, and warm it up in a pot. I don't microwave it at all. That really will kill everything. I just warm it up till, and you could probably boil it, but I warm it to just warm enough, and then um, spoon it like a soup. Yeah. So you kind of get the vibe of like eating soup or eating, because that's one of the things that people miss while they're juicing is the action of chewing. So yeah, so like yesterday I made a juice with um two sweet potatoes, one celery stalk, one carrot, like a fourth of an onion, a fourth of a jalapeno, and a clove of garlic. So I juiced all of that, strained it because I strained all of my juices, and then I put it in the pot and warm it up and have it like a soup. So um, I love dinner juices. I probably had five since I've been on this fast, so that's about five different nights. I won't make one tonight because I have so much juice left over from that I didn't have it that I had not drank today. So I'm gonna just have that and not have a dinner juice. Um, so symptoms. So like symptoms or detox symptoms that people experience. I don't. I haven't really had any. I've had a sore throat from like day 3 to day 7. I had a sore throat. Um, and it wasn't super severe, but even if it was, I still wouldn't take anything. But I also took that as a spiritual thing. Like maybe my throat chakra needs to rest, um, and be cleansed too. So I, for like a whole day, didn't talk to anyone other than my children and my significant other. But um, I just took that as a spiritual thing too. Like I need to be quiet, be silenced for a little bit. But it didn't last very long. And the way that I eased it too is I made ginger tea. So just grate some ginger into some spring water and, boil it and strain it like a tea. Um, I had that and just squeezed some lemon in it. And I also had elderberry juice. So still keeping with the juice. But yeah, so those are the only symptoms. And the other symptom or release that I had was like a whitish yellowish film on my tongue. So I just not bad breath, but yeah, definitely like a white film or something on my tongue. So I just used my copper tongue scraper, and just scraped my tongue and brushed my teeth and my tongue with my activated charcoal toothpaste like normal, and we're good. All good on that end. Let's see. Let's talk about temptations. Have I had any temptations? Not really. When I'm at work, people are warming up food or ordering food or whatever, I'm totally unbothered by it. Like I don't care at all. I'm totally motivated, totally focused on this fast and this journey of mine, that I'm already sort of like in my own shell at work, so I don't even like, it doesn't bother me at all. When I'm at home cooking for my family, sometimes it's tempting. I know that I'm not going to eat it because I don't eat what they eat anyways. But if it smells good, I'm like, oh my God, that smells good. Or, ooh, I could veganize this. Because normally when I am cooking a dinner for my family, I'm also making the same dinner but veganizing it. And that is like no cheese, no dairy, no meat. Um, so like last night, I made it was taco night here at home, and normally I'd be like, oh, I'd have my black beans, or I'd saute taco some mushrooms and have my own little taco stuff. Yeah, so last night I was like, but not completely. Like I'm totally way more at ease at this than the first time. And of course, that was my first major fast in 2014. But I've done other fasts. Like I'll do a 1 day fast, or 3 days, or 5 days, or a week. or half day, like I'll have juice all throughout the day and then eat for dinner. So I'm not new school to this at all. Um, so yeah, but I'm totally like unbothered or whatever. But sometimes as I'm cooking, I'm like, that smells good. But in my mind, I'm like, it's okay to smell it. It's okay. You're good. But on those times when, like last night, taco night, I was like, I really would like this right now. I really would. Um, I created a mantra this time around, um, or an affirmation, and I already do affirmations. So the one that I made for this fast is, I will eat again. There's plenty of food in the world, and I am safe. So when I felt like, oh, I could really eat some black beans right now with this, my next thought was, I will eat again. There's plenty of food in the world, and I am safe. So that's been sort of my mantra during this fast too, when I have those moments where I'm like, so um so that's that for temptations. Let's go over water. I know I haven't got to my stats yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Just one more second. So water. Yes, I'm still drinking water. It's best to drink water while you're fasting, while you're doing a juice fast, because it helps push things along. I am having, which is what I normally drink anyways, is at least 60 ounces. That's low for me, but I do a gallon, like straight up. Like at the very least, it's like 90 ounces, which is almost a gallon, but it's pretty much a gallon every time. And I love spring water. Spring water is the best water because it comes from the source. If it says it doesn't come from a source, then it's not good. But and actually, while you're fasting, distilled is the best, because distilled helps carry out the toxins much better. But so I'm having both. But if I run out of detox, sorry, not detox. If I run out of distilled water, then I just drink my regular spring water. No big deal. But I keep them by the gallon. Um, and I will add like yesterday, I added half of a key lime. Or sometimes I'll add, not half of a key lime, I'll half it, but I'll put both pieces in there. Or I'll have half a lemon to a gallon of water. And I actually do drink tons of herbal tea on this fast. I will have green tea. I've had lemon tea, ginger tea. Um, I love tea. I'll have like 1 to 4 cups a day. And that's not every day. But like today, I had maybe a couple cups of fennel tea. Yesterday, I had none. So, but it's water with herbs in it, basically. So, um, I do still exercise while I'm fasting. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you should be careful," and you should. Because everybody is different. Everybody is different. You should totally um, go with what you feel is comfortable. I'm losing my light here. Trying to get into the light. Okay, it's not a lot better, but okay. Um, yeah. So I still exercise. Um, you should totally